Welcome to Liquid Courage, candid conversations that give you an inside look into Canada's entertainment industry. I'm your host, Amanda Pereira. Every episode, I sit down with ridiculously talented folks from right here in Canada. And with some liquid courage, I ask the questions we're all dying to know. From career wins to total faceplants, hilarious missteps to surprising breakthroughs, and behind-the-scenes tips you can actually use. These chats remind us we're all just figuring it out. So why not do it together? Today, I sit down with Nadine Djoury as we sip on some smoothies together. Nadine is an actor, writer, and director who grew up in Montreal and is now based out of Toronto. She's an alumni of the Second City Mainstage, where she wrote and performed in 3 critically acclaimed revues. She co-created, wrote, and starred in ABC.com and CBC Comedy's web series Newborn Moms, and she currently writes for CBC's The Great Canadian Baking Show. You definitely recognize her from her on-screen performances in basically every show ever, including DMV, What We Do in the Shadows, Ghosts, Children Ruin Everything, My Dead Mom, The Z-Suite, Less Than Kosher, Workin Moms, Good Witch, Kim's Convenience, Transplant, Baroness Von Sketch Show, The Beaverton, see what I mean? And I could keep going. Most recently, she returned to Second City, this time to direct the holiday show, Rizz the Season, which is running here in Toronto until January 4th. She's also currently performing in Holiday and Improvised Musical, a live comedy show running until December 21st here in Toronto, where the cast creates an entirely new holiday musical on the spot every single night. So if you're in Toronto, I definitely recommend you check both those shows out. If during this conversation you hear something referenced, like a TV show or a podcast that we say is amazing and you want to check it out, don't worry, I got you covered. Check the episode description and I've linked everything there for you. Well, hi, Nadine. So
Hello.
Nice to chat with you today.
Lovely to be here.
So I mentioned this before we came on, but you chose smoothie today. And of all the episodes, I was so excited. No one has ever chosen smoothie. And you chose a ton of ingredients that I loved. And I did notice when you came on that yours was green. So you chose, I'm going to try and remember, oat milk, peanut butter, blueberry, banana, and yours is green.
Yes.
What happened?
Okay, a couple things happened this morning. I'm so glad you asked. Number one, no banana in my home. So I did a quick substitute for avocado.
Oh, yum.
Which is, it's great, but then you lose the banana sweetness to your
really do.
Tastes
completely different. You're going to get that smooth, thick, but
it's like, it's just thick right now. It's just thick. There's no taste.
Thick.
Then I also added meringue, which was, I know I'm shocking you right now.
I don't even know what that is. Is that so stupid?
I truly don't even know what it is. It's some sort of herb or something that's good for something in your body.
Oh, wow. You swung for it.
I think it's good for your liver. Like people take it as a substitute for green tea because green tea has caffeine and meringue doesn't have caffeine, but it absolutely tastes disgusting. And so my smoothie is
horrible.
A huge flop. It's not my favorite drink. I don't want to drink it now.
Yeah, I don't sign off on this. It's also like you didn't make a small smoothie. I don't know if the scale is off by the video, but like that is a big smoothie.
Because I'm also making it in like a full-size blender, not even my magic bullet. So I'm like, I have no idea about proportions. But I'm curious, are most people choosing alcoholic beverages?
You know, in the first season, yes, but I feel like as it went on, less and less people, which I also just think is reflective of like the culture of less and less drinking. I also wonder how many of those earlier guests felt that they had to, because somebody pointed out to me when I was asking to book them, they were like, oh, I don't drink alcohol. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. I don't care. And then they're like, there's a mimosa and a martini in your logo, because it was. I have since updated it to try and reflect. Like, I don't even drink alcohol that much. I don't know what I was thinking.
It goes with the title, Liquid Courage. We assume there's some sort of inhibition lost here.
Yes. So a lot of people are, but like definitely like Aurora Brown, we smoked weed. Or like Nilu Handa, we drank water.
I love water. Yeah. And I'm so like when you ask me what my favorite drink is I love water.
But you probably felt like you couldn't say that. If my logo had a big jug of water, you probably were like, oh, I'll take that.
I think we have an idea.
Great. And instead, you're drinking avocado and meringue. What else is in it? Is there anything else? I hope.
Well, it's all the things you said. There is blueberries, oat milk.
Great.
A little bit of peanut butter. I did put a little bit of peanut butter. I might be allergic, so I didn't put too much. I have some skin issues. I'm trying to heal myself. This is the journey of my 40s. Is
so fair. Okay, and you're wondering whether the peanut butter is causing the skin issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could be. We're not sure. I'm going to some woman tomorrow who's going to hand me electrical rods and help me determine what my skin is sensitive to.
Yeah, I have done this. Absolutely.
Okay. Yes. Did you like it?
I have done it like 3 times over my life, and it was always accurate.
Oh my God, good.
My mind. And I'm assuming it's like, you hold a rod and there's like a computer and she goes through each thing and you hold it. Oh yeah, I've done it multiple times and it was always right. I haven't done it for years, but my mom knew somebody who did it. And so she took me and it was great. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. It was for, to be honest, it was more than just skin. I think it was like at one time I was having hormonal, like something was up. The doctor wanted to take my appendix out. My mom was like, hold the phone. And then they realized, oh, you have a cyst on your ovaries. And I was like, well, good thing you didn't take my appendix out. Everybody calm down with the knives. So I went around then and she found out some stuff. Over the years, I found there's just foods that essentially I'm not allergic to, but that like my body lines up some defense to, and then I'm just inflamed. And so my body's like, we're under attack at all time. Like, just calm. Everybody needs to calm.
Yeah.
But the body is like thinking it's under attack all the time. So there was some skin stuff. There was some hormonal stuff, immune system stuff, thyroid stuff.
And you cut it. Did you listen to this woman?
Yeah. So it was her. And then I also did like a full panel of like food sensitivity test or food sensitivity stuff. And I never should have eaten dairy. Like from literally coming out of the womb, I reacted so bad to dairy, but I just fought it for years. So now I don't do gluten. I don't do dairy. I don't do beef. Like whatever came up really high, I've just kept out. And knock on wood, I used to get sick like once a week. In university, we would go out Thursday, Friday, every Saturday I got the flu. I got sick. And now I haven't been sick since January, which like has never happened in my life.
Yeah. So many things have popped through my head while you were talking.
I talked a long time. I also realized it was a long time.
It wasn't long at all.
I was thinking, this is long, wrap it up.
No, but it is, they say like if you're getting sick often, it could be something you're eating, obviously. But I then also wondered, is the milk from our mother's tit, is it considered dairy?
Oh my God, that's such a good question.
And that's what I've spent most of my time thinking about.
That's so fair. That is and to be honest, that is a more important question and has stronger implications than anything that I would have said. I feel like dairy is, I was going to say it's cow's milk, but I'm just like the dairy farmers of Canada. Like that's running through my mind. I feel like when I think of dairy, I think of animal milk, but we are animals.
I think it is dairy, but it's not. We would never have these reactions to human milk. Right. Or maybe we would if anyways, just something to think about and
just
stew
something
on.
To ponder. Yeah. Just something to be inquisitive about. Yeah. Well, because it's not just cow's milk, like any animal. People are like, oh, can you have goat milk? I'm like, no, it's doing the same thing. So maybe it is species specific.
We're gonna we'll write a report on this and then, we'll update viewers once.
We'll start a co-thesis together. Yeah, I would love that. Well, I'm sorry that your smoothie sucks, and if at any point you want to get a big old glass of water, you just let me know.
No, but I will drink it because it fully matches my turtleneck.
It does go with your outfit. And can I say, like, going at a smoothie without a straw is a choice. Like, I'm impressed.
Wait, so can I see your carrier?
Yeah, this is my carrier.
Is that glass? I can't see what that
It's
is.
glass. It's a little glass container, and my cousin gave it to me. It came with a glass straw. But the other day on TikTok, I saw this woman was talking about how she was in the Emerge because she used a glass straw, and pieces of the glass like sucked into her body.
Oh my God.
Which, what do we believe anymore? But I figured like better safe than sorry. So this is just a metal straw.
Yeah. I don't.
It's just like a little
I guess I
glass.
never even thought to use a straw.
Well, you did attend at least one meeting of ACTRA's like green initiative, so maybe you don't think of straws anymore.
How do you know that?
Well, I tried to do my research.
Is that available online?
That is available. I am excited for you to find out through this conversation what is publicly available about you and what is not.
It's
all good things. It's all good things. Yes, I couldn't find out whether you like joined the movement or just attended the one meeting, but I can confirm
I did do one meeting.
Yeah.
I did. It was
one single meeting.
And then I was just like, am I going to accomplish anything in this? No.
Oh my God. I think that every time I recycle, I'm like, I'm going to do this. And what are these big corporate, like sometimes it just feels like.
It feels like nothing. But also, but these people are on it. They're doing the good work, and I appreciate them. Being on set that is my most frustrating experience is the amount of waste. And everything you eat is in a separate plastic container of some sort. And they're all tiny, and I'm always hungry on set. And so I literally come home and I bring my garbage home because
that's nice of you.
Well, it's also useless because our recycling systems don't really work, but it does make me think like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
But, there's so much waste on set. And then I think this happens every day on every set around the world. And how wasteful is this industry? And that's what I think about.
I mean, so fair. I mean, there's a lot of waiting on set also. So you're just staring at packaging.
Yes.
For a while at least. Yeah.
I'm spending a lot of time by that craft table hoping things like magically appear.
Yeah. And I feel like this is something post-COVID that got worse because I remember pre-COVID, I can think back to being on set and we weren't near craft, but we were in like a separate sort of holding little area, like maybe 11 of us. And a guy just brought over like hot dogs in a napkin in his hand and just sort of handed them out to us. And I was like, give me a hot dog. But like that would never happen post-COVID. No.
They're getting back to they're going back to catering on some sets and not like individually packaged things, but still it's still.
I know, it's so much.
Oh boy, it's a lot.
It's so much.
It's a lot of plastic.
Okay. So I want to go back to like, because you started out in the business world, in the very serious business world. And I want to hear like, how did you start out? Like, how did you get into this industry, into the entertainment industry? Is it something you always wanted to do or? Because that's not publicly available and I want to know.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I think in kindergarten, I did some sort of Macbeth.
Oh, wow.
I just remember doing boil, boil, toil. That's Macbeth, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, that is with the three witches. Yeah.
But that's all we did. I just remember being a witch and having a lot of fun. And then I did improv in like grade 7. And I'm like, this is a lot of fun. And I felt like good about myself while doing it, I guess is the best way to say it. Like I was having fun, but I always like was interested in comedy. And anytime I had to do a drama, I was like, I hate drama. I hate it so much. And then I would take these acting classes and then they make me do drama and I hated it. And I just like, it kind of turned me off the industry because I'm like, I didn't like sort of understand the comedy world of it. I was just like, oh, you have to do drama. And then I was living in New York. When was I there? How old rather? I was there I was 25 to 30 in New York. And I was like, I'm in New York. I got to get like into the New York stuff. I got to do Broadway. But I couldn't get on Broadway. Yeah. Obviously, I have no experience. So I went to Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, which is like...
which is Broadway.
It's like in the ocean. It's as far from Broadway as you could get. Yes. Yeah. But I started doing musicals there, and then I registered. I didn't realize you could take like just improv classes, that there were improv schools. And then I realized from there is like, oh, improv is like a gateway to comedic acting and performance. Like a lot of these people then write their own shows and then do get hired for television things, or they get to SNL or whatever. Like this is like kind of a funnel for SNL or different comedic stuff. So it kind of like the path kind of made sense. And then I had a dream when I was 28. I think I was 28 or I was turning 30. Can't remember dates or anything. As we've established, my memory.
So all of this might not be true, but
it's towards the end of my 30s.
Yeah. So
just table setting. I'm the child of an immigrant father. It was like very much you go into like you get a degree in the maths or something technical or business or medicine, those types of things. You don't pursue the arts. And so I like, not that they were actively stopping me, but I just like felt like I would be on my own if I did that. Like, or I didn't have their emotional support necessarily. And then as I was turning 30, I had this dream that khamsa, just removing the evil eye. My father passed, and I just remember waking up being like, what did I do this for? Like, if he's not around, why am I doing what I'm doing? And so I made the choice to pursue it, and they do like support me emotionally, and they've really come around and stuff. And all you hear before you become an actor is like, it's so hard to make a living, and it's so hard to, you're a starving artist, whatever. And that's true. But it's also, you also do work and make money too. Like it's not consistent and it's not always great, but you actually can make a living doing this, even if you're not the most famous person in the world. So that's a very long story, but I think that covers it.
Oh my God. That's a very long. Oh my God. That is, what an incredible like insight to have, or like to have that like visceral realization of like, oh wow, I'm doing this thing so much because or what he wants for me is that North Star. And like, shit, what do I want? Like, what's my, that's incredible. My dad is similar. Well, he's very supportive. He is also, at least once a year is like, they really need people in trades, which is and it's like, there were some times in my life where it landed as unsupportive. Like I would get frustrated, and then I'm like,
they just
like immigrant dad, he wants security, he wants safety, he wants to know that I'm okay. So it's,
and that was their North Star when they came here. Like it wasn't the arts. But I've also evolved, like as I've turned 40, like my priorities have also shifted. And so like, maybe I will go into the trades. I don't know.
They need, apparently, I'll get my dad to call you. He knows apparently what trades are needed.
Which trade?
And which specific trades to go into.
And my dad's you're good at organizing. Why don't you take a course in organizing? Get a degree in organizing. I don't need a degree in organizing. There's no such course for
me to take. I can lend you my home edit book that I bought on a whim.
No.
But
I love it.
It's actually so funny because my friend right now just she got a job as a professional organizer, and like that's what she's doing.
And she loves it.
She loves it. She does love it. I think there's a difference between loving it, being good at it, and loving it, and like loving to do it for yourself. And then you want to help others, but there's also, if they're like, well, I'm not going to use that, or like, I don't like how that looks. Like it's not, I don't know. I guess with every career, there's like the fantasies of it. And it's like, it's probably different.
Yeah. And there are certain like closets that are fun to organize. And then there are just houses that are not welcoming to other people.
Yeah, that's so fair. I don't think, I think it's too much. emotional navigating for me to organize other people's houses. I used to do it as a kid. I used to go into my friends' rooms and organize their rooms for them while they would like play in the other room. And I loved it. But it was one room and I was not worried about like emotional turmoil. And now
yes, of course.
too much. So yeah, I can't. Okay. I love that you're like, since I've turned 40, like my priorities have shifted or like how I'm viewing it. I'm curious, like how has that changed how you approach? Well, first, how has that changed how you approach like the auditioning process?
I don't know if it has changed how I approach auditioning. I guess I like certainly there are some, I guess after doing it for a long time, like there's certain roles that you're just like, I don't need it. Like, it's not what I want to do. It's not why I'm here. It's a weird thing. I don't know if you find this as well. The work has gone down so much, which makes you think you would be more desperate for anything, but it's in a way made the whole thing feel futile.
Which is almost like maybe a powerful place to come from.
And because it all feels futile, it almost feels like, well, I only want to do the things that are interesting or speak to me. And look, it's not a lot, but like, there are just certain like dramas, like I said, it's not, if you're out of the dramas. Want me to cry, if you need me to cry on camera, you get it. You can find 1,000 better actresses than me to audition for this. Like, I'm not going to be able to do it. So
some stuff is like, especially, I mean, I guess crying, but like some stuff is I find like very hard to do in an audition. Like, or I just hate having to do in a self-tape because it's like, no, this requires all the things that are going to be there on set. Like when I get like, oh, you got punched in the face or you're making out with somebody or you fall and you hit your head, you're in a car accident. Like those sort of like action moments are so hard. And sometimes I find, very rarely, but I really appreciate it, that like they'll give me this, they'll give the sides, but then they'll also give like, this is the self-tape version. Like here's a suggested sort of synopsis of how to do it. I find that way more with commercial than not
they
with
do that
like
with commercials. I've never seen it in.
No, not with long form. No, but then even like sometimes in commercial, they'll just give the sides of what it's going to be in the commercial. And I'm like, I guess I'm going to do the work to adapt this for a self-tape. Fine. But how do you go about like, if you get an audition where, like, I'm even thinking of the role you booked in Transplant where you were like a pregnant woman who then like, you've gotten in a car accident and then you have to give birth. I'm like, you have to give birth like that. When I was watching it, first of all, I was like, damn, Nadine. And when you're saying like, oh, I don't like to do drama, I'm like, okay, well, you fucking killed it. And also I thought this would have been a nightmare to self-tape for. Like, how do you go about?
I still save the self-tape because it was a moment. Maybe we release it to the viewers where me and Sharjal, my partner, were just laughing because I was just like,
giving birth at home. Yeah, like
the director on that was like, okay, so next take, you're gonna deliver the baby and then you're gonna cry. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but I can't cry, so like I'm gonna like she's like, okay, but you're gonna cry. I'm like, yeah,
but I can't.
So
what did you do? Did they give you something to help you cry? Like, what do you do?
I just like, I think I am a pretty good fake crier, but I was like, no, I
love that. You're like,
I
no.
Can't.
I would have cried from not being able to cry. I would have panicked that I can't cry, and then I probably would have cried.
Well, I have to say, it was so hot. It was during COVID. We were wearing masks. I was wearing this like pregnant belly. It was actually overwhelming that I think I did cry when we cut.
Yeah. When you cut, after
when we cut.
Yeah.
I was like, I was actually, and just like acting like I was pregnant. I wasn't breathing. Like I was breathing weird. I don't know. I'm not a good actress. I'm just mimicking what I've seen on TV, like of other people being pregnant.
I mean, okay, there was a moment, and I know this sounds like maybe I'm not trying to like talk you up. I truly mean this because I went through and like watched so many of the things that you're in.
Oh, that's so nice.
And there was a moment in Transplant when the doctor is saying, I think he's saying the baby's coming now, or you have to push one more time or something. And your character's just like fucking exhausted. You did this. You were looking at him when he was talking to you, and you did this move. Everyone go watch this episode of Transplant and look for this moment, okay? You did this move where then for people who are watching, they'll see it, but I'm trying to describe it in audio. You just sort of jolted your head or turn your head to the left, fuck no, don't make me do that. And I was like, Oscar fucking moment. It felt so real, and I forgot I forgot that I knew you in that moment, and I was like, really it just takes little moments. So if you are mimicking what you see, I mean, you're doing a really fucking good job.
Well, I will say the experience of doing things I don't want to do, I am very familiar with. That I can play really well. No. That was probably just real.
Yeah, you didn't know they were rolling. That was just the director telling you have to do it again. You're like, no,
I gotta cry.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But I do remember, the audition, particularly medical drama auditions, are insane. The things I remember Transplant. It was I had so many auditions for that where it was woman who had a building fall on her, woman. So I did that audition. Woman with endometriosis, woman, it was just great.
Woman who had a horrible thing happen to her. Yes. Insert here.
Yes.
How do you film yourself at home and act like you have had a building fall on you?
It's brutal. I hate those. You have to just create the world. You fake create the world, but it is so hard. And you're screaming in your apartment, and then your neighbors hear you, and you have to it's illegal that anyone should have to hear you film a medical drama.
Yeah,
they need to provide you need to do in-person tapes for medical dramas because they're too disruptive.
I know, and it's hard. I find it hard sometimes to know. Am I going too over the top? Am I not commit? I just find it hard. There's certain genres that I find really hard to have, a
authentic.
Yeah, an objective perspective. Yeah, to myself. There's some genres where I'm oh no, that was bad, or oh no, that was good. It's not even about being too hard on myself. There's just certain ones. Same with Hallmark movies. I have every time I watch myself, I'm are you trying to parody? It seems like you're making fun of the material. I don't believe you. I can't find that little pocket of that tone.
Yeah, I love Hallmark, but I cannot book for them for the life of me. Yeah. Can't do it. And it's a genre that I really want to break into.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm hoping a producer hears this right now. And just finds that
role
role for me.
Look for us. I find that I go because I always go out for the best friend.
The best friend.
I'm not the lead. And so I know that I am part of the comic relief, but then I feel sometimes I go too subtle, and I'm but it's not quite sweet, sweet in the tone enough. Or then I go too broad. I'm this isn't a sitcom. Calm down, get back. And it's very hard to find that little pocket.
It. Yeah, I haven't found it.
Maybe we'll book the same Hallmark together.
I also personally think I think I've grown out of the best friend role a little bit.
Really?
I think they probably want someone early 30s and more quirky and wears glasses.
Okay, well, wearing glasses is a very easy thing for you to do. I feel like you can hit quirky. First of all, what this fucking word quirky? I'm waiting for it to go away.
I hate it, but it is what Hallmark doesn't evolve from quirky.
It's all quirky.
It's all quirky.
But I feel like you could anyway, I don't know. I feel like absolutely your hit could be quirky in a Hallmark. And I really feel like the age just depends on the lead.
Yes, but that's the thing. They're all
you think they're
30
all right?
Blonde women.
I also don't know if you can really guess. I feel like your age range could be quite large.
Thank you.
Well, I guess I assume that people go out for their actual age, but I'm I feel like you could also, when you're 30s, I'm what do you mean? You could put, what do you?
Well, Amanda, that's why I'm going out for 60-year-old women, because my age range really is.
I don't think it extends. Yeah, imagine I feel like you could play 40 to 80. Imagine I was I really feel please tell me you have never played. No.
I'll send you some auditions for 60-year-old women.
Stop.
Like Brooke Shields. One was like Brooke Shields' best friend or something like.
Okay, no. Okay, no. So weird. Oh my God.
I don't
I
take it
can't see
personally,
that.
though. I don't that stuff. You can't. You just can't. You just can't.
No,
Otherwise you're going to be you're going to feel so terrible about yourself. At some point, I had to really divorce from how I look on camera, because I have obviously, I'm sure everyone does, like, hang-ups about my physical appearance, but I had to be like, I can't think about that as it relates to this performance. I just have to do the best performance and not worry what I look like. But it's really hard that this footage is available for anyone to see.
What helped you? Because I think that is really hard to do, to like, separate yourself from how you look on camera, or separate yourself from like the character descriptions you're getting. And it's not just for me at least, it's not me getting one character description that says something where I'm like, oh, well, that felt kind of shit. It's like, oh, the last 10 that I got, 8 of them said that same thing. So this is like people are getting together and the consensus is saying I equal this to other people.
Do you think that's your agent, or?
Oh, that's interesting.
Do you think that's how your agent sees you and that's what she's submitting you for?
Since I changed agents in 2020, which was a great year to change, let me tell you. Surprise. I have not felt like shit about myself when I get character descriptions, and I never thought about it being how my agent sees me. But this agent, the 2 agents that I have now, they both actually see me. So sometimes my agent sees me better than I see myself. I'm like, she's like, who would you be in this like blank team? Like on Friends, who would you be or whatever?
Yeah.
And I name it and she's like, what the fuck are you would be this. And I'm like, really? Like, so that's
Monica.
a really good
Monica.
point. I said Monica. She said Phoebe. I was like, what are you seeing? But then she was talking, oh God. You know what? I'll give her your email. I think Monica. Is it because you're organizing?
For sure. It's not about organizing.
Oh my God, tell me everything. Why?
You're just not a flighty person. I would never put you as flighty. You're on, your shit. You're on top of it. Number one, you know what's up.
Done my research.
Even the experience of booking this podcast has been.
I really appreciate that.
There were forms. There were emails. From separate email accounts, not from Amanda Pereira at gmail.com. So, no, you're Monica.
Yeah, Phoebe wouldn't have that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm always curious how perception of things, since we like know each other, but not well at all. I would also see myself that way. But I do think how your agent sees you is like a massive part of it. And my agent before, I didn't feel great in his eyes, and that probably is reflected there. But like, what helped you actually be able to make that mental shift of like,
I just had to say it. I just had to be like, you can't don't judge. It's mostly in the self-tape world where you're looking at the tapes and I hate how I look. That's not what you're evaluating here. That's not your job. Like, yes, you should look, your job is to do yourself up and like look decent, but to a certain degree, my face is my face, and this is what it is. Like, sure, I could get plastic surgery or whatever, but also it's like you want to look like the character. So it's not, for a long time when I first started out, I was just always trying to make myself look like I'm air quoting like the best version, like the Amanda that like put on makeup how I would go out, or put on an outfit how I would go out to make myself feel good. And I'm like, oh, actually dress for the character, like not how Amanda would look all the time. So, and I'm really thinking right now which friend I am.
Which friend? Oh, I have some thoughts. You do. Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
But do you want to go first?
Okay. Yeah, I would also guess Monica for you. Oh, wait, I'm restricting this to Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe.
And I'm not.
Oh my God. Well, you're not Ursula. Let's just put this out there. If you call yourself Ursula, Nadine, I'm going to have to argue. Ooh, and you're not. Okay, can you give me a hint? Are you extending this?
I don't know if I'm correct.
Right. I'm right. What am I doing? I'm not trying to guess who you think. Oh my God, I already got mixed up in the game. Okay. Here's my perception.
Yeah.
I think that you are my perception of you. Again, for everybody, do not know you well. Like, truly. Okay. I would say that you are fun and spunky and have the energy of Phoebe. I think you are on top of it and make people feel cared for like Monica. And the only thing that I'm thinking about Rachel is I remember you saying that you love fashion, but you don't feel like you have a good sense of style. And then I looked at your outfits and I was like, yes, you do. So, but
I don't know what Rachel's character is. I don't even know. She's just
because I think they just made her like
person.
Yeah, the love interest.
I think if I think I probably would be Rachel if I was as pretty as Rachel.
That's my biggest eye roll over here.
I know, and I'm not doing this to
I know
your sympathy.
No, I know you're not like
but I'm just like, okay, no, okay. I think so Rachel. If I were like had the looks of Rachel, but I think Ross. I think Ross,
we're going. Okay, I love.
I think there's a sad sackness. There's a physical comedy that I love that he does.
Oh,
and Jewish.
He is the most underrated character, I think. Like when I was watching it in real time, Ross was never one of my favorites, and now later watching it back, I'm like, Ross is. I mean, I guess I think David Schwimmer is so good as Ross. I don't know.
The physical comedy that's going on between him and Matthew Perry, like they're both really great physical comedians.
Yeah.
That also watching it recently, not that I watched the whole thing, but like when I do watch it, I'm like, oh, they're really skilled.
Yes, they really are. I did not appreciate them as a young person. Yeah. What was I doing?
I don't think I'm Phoebe at all.
You don't see that. It's funny that you're even like, if I was quirky, I'm like, what?
Well, Phoebe's so flighty in air. I don't feel like I read that at all.
That's fair. That's fair. I see Phoebe as like, she like beats to her own drum, whatever that saying is. And she's like, she's not really, she's like secure in herself. She's not really concerned. Like when Monica, Rachel, and her were like, oh, which one would you date if you were into women? And like, she wasn't bothered if they didn't say her. Yeah. But they were. Like, she just seems quite assured of herself. And I guess that's my impression of you. Like, I know there's been times over the years where I've been like a little intimidated by you because I'm like, ooh, she like knows who she is and she is like good with it. And I am not at this point in my life.
Isn't it funny what we give off to people that is just simply not true? But yeah, I have zero self-assuredness and or self-confidence.
Oh my God, that is wild to me. Yeah.
But there are obviously like there are parts of me that are very confident and there are parts of me like, yes, I'm doing a type of therapy that identifies different parts.
Yes.
It's called internal family systems, if anyone's looking to get some new therapy going. Anyways.
I just spoke with a friend who's also doing that kind of therapy. Oh, yeah. And in my shopping cart right now is the book, the workbook, different parts of me, parts of something. So interesting. Like,
I'm going to look that up.
Do you see the train? See and hear the train. Like I could hear it and then I see the lights change it all, and it was like red, and with your green shirt it looked very Christmassy. Like, did she plan for the Polar Bear Express to come by?
Do live on the train tracks, no joke. Perfect. And also every year there's a holiday train. I don't know if people know this. It passes through Ontario. There's a train that's decorated for the holidays, and it's such a joy to see. But then, and they actually have lights and stuff like that. So,
well, that's sweet. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll go.
I only knew since you moved to the train.
You moved into the train. Okay, so you truly have, I feel like you have booked an actor role on like every single TV show that has ever existed. Like I lost count of how many. And for people who don't know, an actor role, it's like a character who has like only a few lines or a few scenes where you're not like the lead, but you pop in. Maybe you are, I don't know, why am I giving an example of like a make-believe show? But I think those roles are like so much harder to audition for. Like you want to be memorable, but in a good way. You don't want to like pull focus and make it seem like, oh, on the day I'm going to make it all about me. Like I think those are actually some of the hardest auditions. And you have booked so many. So like, what do you think is the key to nailing an audition for those kind of roles?
Okay, so this is what I think. So I have to say, I don't book many like a true actor role is like under 3 lines or under 6 lines.
Oh, you're right.
Something.
Is it a principal?
So it's principal, but so I find actor like those just a couple lines really hard. Don't really have any advice. Never really book them.
Yeah.
I think that's also because my agent is a bit snobby in the best way, in that like she's like, no, we're not submitting you for actor.
Oh, love her.
Which is
putting
like
up the good fight for you. I love it. I love it. Sorry, yes, principal roles. Okay, yes. So, but I still find those really hard. Like
they're harder, but usually you do have a scene, so there's like there's things to work with. It's really hard to I don't know. It's really hard to just do those couple of lines. So actors principal roles, they give you a little bit more sense of the character, or you're really serving the story, I find. Whereas actor roles, I feel like you're serving like maybe exposition or just like fill in the world. So you kind of want to look interesting or whatever. I don't really know what books those parts, so I won't even say. Principal, I feel like you're part of someone else's storyline. You're serving the story. And then what do I do? So I think a couple things are happening. So in Toronto, where we live, all the American shows that get here, the most you'll ever book is a principal role, right? Because they're for all the recurrings and leads and whatever, they're bringing in Americans for those. So I think Americans might like me better than Canadians.
That's the conclusion.
I think I just do better maybe with American producer. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. But I'm happy about it because I like those shows. But I say like the times that I book is like I'm making one big choice or like one interesting choice that I'm having fun with, and is just like maybe they're not seeing it in every audition, because otherwise I don't think I'm doing anything different. I just remember like the part that I booked on Ghosts, for example.
Yeah, Peggy Sue.
She
was so cute.
She wears roller skates in the episode, and so for my audition I put on my rollerblades and I did some comedy entrances and exits on skates, which maybe other people did do it. I have no idea, but I'm having fun with it. So I'm usually, and it's specifically with comedies, I'm just trying to find one moment of comedy that's not necessarily in the script, and I'll usually do it at the end, or like just have a big emotional reaction, which I think Jenna Fisher, have you read Jenna Fisher's book by any chance?
No, I haven't, but I want to. Yeah, I've heard really good things about her book.
Yeah, it is really good. And she does say that for her audition advice is like find a place to make a huge emotional choice. And I do find that helpful, just like a way to set you apart.
Yeah, just to be like memorable in some way, but then you're still serving the story. Oh, that's great.
And oftentimes whatever I do in the audition will not have an opportunity to be used even on camera because of how it's shot or whatever, but it just does help you stand out a little bit.
Yeah. Do you find it like when you book those roles and you're going on set, is it difficult? Like I would imagine that you're going there and everyone's been working together, filming together for a while. You have to kind of like just jump in and fit in quickly into this like moving machine. And like you said, sometimes it doesn't always translate from self-tape or from callback to the actual set of like, I mean, sometimes they change the scene even. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah. What's the hardest part, I guess, about like just jumping in there?
I mean, I was only recurring once, and it was so lovely to go back to the same set and have relationships with with people. You really are jumping into a moving machine. Not that I mind it or like it's not off-putting, but you really are there just to serve a purpose. You're a guest, you're a visitor, and everyone's really nice, but like you're not part of the family yet. And so it is just like a much nicer experience to be part of a family because you get to return and form relationships. But it's not that it's hard. It's just like that's just what the gig is. Like you just know that is it, and you're just there I'm just there to serve.
Yeah. I think it's also the like impressive to me that like you like on Transplant, your example of like you're like you're saying to cry and no, I'm not going to. Like you're there you're like I'm here to serve, and also I will express what I need in this moment, or I will say no when I need to say no and be like it's not going to happen. So what else are we going to do? Like that's impressive rather than just being like okay and I have to.
Well, I would try. I just knew I legit like. Here's the thing: it's like if I could cry, I would be crying. Like I can't. Like that was me crying. Is what I was trying to tell this lovely director.
Yeah, you're like I've been crying. My version of crying.
Me crying. I was letting it all out. Yeah. There were no tears, but I was crying. But I did. There are times that I do speak out a lot more because you really do have to advocate for yourself. What I realize is on every set there's such a hierarchy, so everyone's kind of scared for their jobs and sometimes no one wants to ruffle feathers or ask a question or whatever. So I just like represent myself and say like, hey, I need this or whatever. And I remember on Transplant. We're talking a lot about Transplant. It was like 12 years ago.
I know it's really come back into the conversation.
But it was in the heat of COVID, and they had a 3-week-old baby.
On
set, and I was just like, I don't feel comfortable holding like in the throes of COVID, holding a 3-week. I'd have been like, I don't want to be responsible for this in any way. I'm like, can we just shoot around? Like, I don't like, can I just have the fake baby?
Good for you for saying something. That's hard. Like,
and it is hard because you always think, and who knows, maybe this production company hates me. I don't know. But it is so hard to set these boundaries, but you know what? Everyone has to, and you see it more and more, like when you see how the leads deal with everyone around them, they really have to maintain boundaries on set because they're just there too often. There's too many things happening.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that's great to be able to like, I think also then you feel it's like you're going to have to leave set and then you want to be able to like sit with yourself and feel good, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's such a, I find anyway, it's like, it's such a high energy, high strung, stressed situation that it can almost feel like culty where you're like, you get out of it and you're like, why didn't I? In the moment, it's like, I couldn't say anything at all. And you get out and you're like, why didn't I just say something? You almost like lose all of your agency very easily in those situations.
100%.
Yeah, which can be hard.
I remember a makeup artist, didn't put any makeup on me. And well, actually, she did a little bit because I'm about to tell you she put on mascara. But she put on mascara, but she did not change the wand.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like those little things that you're like, it happened so fast. Like I didn't have a chance to say anything because before you know it, it's on my eyes. But now I bring makeup with me always. Yeah. And I'm like, thank you so much. I love what you did.
Yeah.
And then I go put on, because sometimes they just won't put on blush or they won't do this or like whatever. They're like, you have to look natural. I'm like, okay.
Like I look dead.
I look dead. Thank you so much. I'm going to go in my trailer. I'm going to just put on a little blush.
Make it look like I'm alive.
Natural.
Yeah. Like natural, but alive.
Alive, yes.
I love that. Yeah. Are you good like in your personal life? Because I imagine like with all of these like jumping into the moving machines and fitting in, and with all of that experience, like, is that something that you feel like you're good at in your personal life of jumping into different social situations and just easily fitting in?
I suppose so. I think my tongue is too big for my mouth and I slur a lot. So I'm sorry, audience.
I have never I mean, other than when you mimicked yourself going, Transplant, I have never thought. I have never thought of it.
In every audition, I am
Yeah.
saying something that is not the word or a word.
Really?
Oh, yeah. My tongue is too big for my mouth. I have difficulty speaking.
Have you ever like gone to the like, I don't know who this is, dentist, doctor, whatever, and been like, I think it is, and can you give me confirmation of the relativity between the two?
I could tell you right now that I know it for sure because I have teeth marks on my tongue. Because there's no space for them.
They're trying to correct it.
There is a whole, there's a whole internet community about, and it has to do with, I mean, this is a whole other podcast that you're not interested in.
Let's start it.
But it's called airway dentistry. And yes, I have spoken to a dentist about it. And I've had my airways checked because I am a mouth breather until very recently.
Oh, what changed?
I learned that it's very bad for you. So I read some books and got scared and I taught myself how to breathe through my nose. But that's a different question than you asked.
That's so fair. I mean, you did jump into a different state. You started as a mouth breather and now you are not. And that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess I was just curious like if that came naturally or maybe just as a product of you jumping in and out of these like roles and these sets, if it's maybe that way.
I loved being like changing my environment as a kid. Like I went to camp a lot, like sleepaway camp, and like went on a lot of trips and different group activities.
Yeah.
Like I did like student council and like all those group things. So I do think I like being in, I do like different groups and being put in different casts and stuff like that. I would say that is fairly, but that's interesting to think about how that might be hard for people who don't like being around different people. Is it the people aspect that you're thinking of or just a different environment in general?
A bit more of the people and then like what that means for the environment, I guess, because I think there could be somebody who, let's say, like you, is really good at nailing an audition for those kind of parts. But then there's this whole other part of doing those roles, which is jumping in and being able to read the room and, oh, okay, we need to move quickly, so I need to nail this, or, oh, this is a bit more loose. Every team or group is going to be different. Every set's going to be different. And you kind of don't have the time to sink in and figure out what it is. You got to quickly pick it up. And so, and a lot of that, I guess, I'm assuming is dictated by the people. And so, yeah, I guess I just found I was curious if that comes easily to you in your personal life. Because I think if that was something that was difficult for somebody in their personal life, the booking, maybe not booking those principal roles, but doing those principal roles or doing actor roles, almost like not the lifestyle, but you know what I mean? Like the pattern of doing that would be a lot more difficult or draining, or maybe they wouldn't feel like they could do as well on set because they're kind of preoccupied with all the other stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't let it preoccupy me, but I would say that it is such a different experience to go to a place where you are actually you are part of the machine, and how lovely it is and how different it is and how, I've been doing this, I guess, I don't even know how many years, maybe 15 years. And like, I've only had that experience once. It's like, it's hard to be book a recurring part. So yeah, I wish it for all of us. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Well, and it makes sense too with like, I think, like you said, with the American productions that are coming in, those roles are already booked. And then the Canadian productions, a lot of it is like those characters are booked, or most of them are booked because those are the people who created the show, because that's how they were able to get, not because they didn't deserve the role, but that's how they had to create the space. And so it can be very hard if you're not creating it to book those things. But to be honest, I mean, yours is a career that again, like such outsider. I'm so curious how you see your career. But I see your career as like that is the one to like aspire to. Like
thank you.
Are getting to do so many different shows and live in so many different like character skins, and you're getting to write and you're getting to direct. And I think kind of what you had said earlier, like you are able to make a living at it, even if, I think the word you used was like, even if you're not getting famous.
Yeah.
And that was always sort of my North Star in this. Is like, I don't want the attention of the fame is really terrifying, like an idea. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah.
So to be able to like be in all these different shows, whether it's writing, performing, or directing, and then also being able to like go to your neighborhood coffee shop in your sweatpants, like that, I feel like you have the dream career, honestly. I'm curious like how you view your career. I don't know.
I think I'm really lucky. I really do. Like, it's so, I used to, and you did too, I guess, be a reader in auditions. And
Yeah.
so I sat on a lot of auditions and just been like, wow, there's so many talented people. I'm like, it's a miracle I've ever booked anything in my life. Like, it really does make you be like, wow, how did I even book anything?
Yeah.
Because I always felt like no matter how good your audition is, there's always someone who also does an amazing audition. They're just different, like just such different energy. So it's just like these two fabulous actors, and then one person gets it, one person doesn't. And it could just be unlucky that those stars never fully align. So I feel very lucky. But at the same time, I also feel very underemployed at times. Like when I don't have a project on the go, which is always so great about theater when I have a theater thing going, is like the television stuff could fill in the slots and like come wherever they may come. But it's nice to have like a consistent gig to like keep your brain active, keep your body active. Like, so yeah, I feel both very lucky and also just wanting to work more so that I'm not always in my sweatpants.
Yeah. So the coffee shop doesn't become your home. Yeah.
My home.
Your home. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, when you were saying like love the theater or the consistency or when I'm at it, I was thinking of you did 3 main stage reviews at Second City. Do you remember your general's audition?
They've all were terrible. They've all been terrible.
They have? In what way? What do you mean?
I don't think I ever got hired because of generals. I never had a good, you know, the first audition. So for listeners, there's 2 auditions. There's like just a general improv audition, and then there's a callback. So like the first one would be good, I think, like decent. But the callbacks, I just couldn't deliver. I just got in my head. I don't think I showed anything interesting, but I was lucky in that I got cast in the education company because I could sing and I was like fresh out of con and someone recommended me. So they were able to see me perform consistently at the theater in these kids shows. And I also developed newborn moms before I ever got hired. So I think they started to realize like she's not bringing it to the audition because of stress or whatever, but like she has all the pieces there. So your relationships with people for sure, and them seeing what work you do outside. Like I also was part of a sketch troupe outside that we were putting on really good shows. So I never, and some people friggin' kill those callbacks, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, because now you get to sit in on callbacks, right? I feel like you were at my callback last year, maybe.
Yes,
I think you were. And so, yeah, I'm like, now you get to sit in on them. What is that experience like? Like being on the other side of it.
Being on the other side of it, I'm like, how did I ever do this? I'm like, oh my God, like, how did I do this? Should I have worked there? Because I'm just like amazed with the talent. And like, obviously, like, not everyone has a great audition, but usually it's nerves or maybe they're not ready yet or whatever it is. But no, it's amazing to see the new. This sounds very cheesy, but it is like really inspiring to see the new talent. One thing that I do love is like mentoring like young talent, and like I love giving people opportunities and because I was totally championed coming up like by different directors and people who knew me like 100%. got opportunities because of other people. And it's like amazing. I'd love to do that for other people.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Well, since then you have you assistant directed Dual Citizens, which was the main stage review that just wrapped.
Yes.
Last month.
That you got me into because I didn't ask for tickets.
That was
I was like, I could just show up, right?
But yeah, your assistant. Okay, so I went to closing night. Of course, Nadine was there as assistant director. And it had worked out that I had accidentally gotten 2 extra comps that I didn't realize until very late in the game. And then I was like, well, I don't want these to go to waste.
How did you get did you get comps from a cast member or
so a cast member got me comps, but I thought that she couldn't. And so then another friend who worked on the show, who did costumes, got me a comp.
Okay, got it.
And so then I was coming and I thought, oops, they made a mistake, but it was the weekend. And so I was like, I don't know if anyone's going to answer my email to be like, here, do you need any? Anyway, so I tried to find people who would make sense. I tried to find actually people who had like done generals or done callbacks to be like, why don't you come and be a part of the community? And like somebody who might benefit from being at closing.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anybody, or they were already coming. So then, the fact to show up and I heard you in front of me be like, oh, I don't have a ticket. And like in whatever way having difficulty getting in, I was like, this is wild. Like, come on. There's no way.
The thing is it's not wild at all. Like, of course you should arrange to have tickets in advance on a night where it might sell out. I laugh at myself in that I don't believe that rules are real. So
Oh, I love that. What do you mean?
I do think that everything is like amenable to a discussion.
That is a great perspective. I walked through the world being like, rules are there for a reason and they're all valid and I need to follow all of them. And honestly, it's been in my current job that I've had for like a couple years now where it's really helped me. My boss has really helped me see like, no, a lot of it is like bureaucratic crap that there is actually no substantial reason. And actually the rule is hurting people more than it's helping. It's in place from 100 years ago that like it doesn't make sense anymore. So let's just be curious about it. And now, yeah. I have never had that perspective before. I was terrified of rules. I was like, follow them and then you're good and then people love you. Like that was the terrifying thing.
Oh, I have to say, because I grew up in Montreal, like it is a bit of the way in Montreal. Like a price is just a starting point. Everything's up for negotiation. And I will say I probably get that from my dad in that like, it's like, I always ask. I'm always of the mind, like you ask and you see what you could get, how far you could
push it.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have like Nadine Djoury's like morning affirmations and you should write those out. Of like a
rules
price.
Don't exist.
Oh yeah, exactly. Rules don't exist. A price is just a starting point. All these like, great. I would love to wake up in the morning and remind myself a price is just a starting point. Okay, off we go in my day.
I did watch Clueless last night and she's like, yeah, great is just like, what did she say? It's a well-crafted line that she's like, a grade is just, the starting point for a discussion or a negotiation or whatever. Yeah. I'm stealing Cher's line. Yeah. But yeah,
that's great. Oh, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that into my days.
But yes, and thank you so much for being there to rescue me.
No problem. No. Can I tell you too? So I had already emailed you to ask you to be on the show, but we later found out it went to your junk and that it hadn't reached you yet. But I had this moment where I thought, I hope she doesn't think I'm offering her my tickets to bribe her to be on the show. And
then I was
never
have to bribe me, number one.
Well, also I was like, you are overthinking this, Amanda, like 1,000,000%. Also, it wouldn't stop me from being like, yeah, here's my tickets. Go to your own show. Like this is wild.
Amanda, I would have just imagined that I would have gotten an email from amandapereira@gmail.com.
Oh, you didn't imagine.
And not Liquid Courage, the podcast.
But I am Monica. Why would Monica ever have only one email?
Well, now I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, now you know. Yes. Monica and Ross. Oh my God, cute. We're siblings. That's cute. Okay, so now you're directing the holiday show, Rizz the Season, which I just saw on the weekend, and it was so good. Yes, of course.
I'm so glad you saw it.
Also, I would have seen it anyway. I just wanted to make sure I saw it before today. And it was so good. Congratulations. It's so fun. Like,
was it a very dirty show, the one you saw?
Oh my God, let me think. No, it was okay.
Okay, good.
It was good. Was there a really dirty show recently that you're like, I got notes about?
there's 2 scenes that deal with sexual stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this isn't a horny show. And then everyone saw it and they're like, oh, this is a horny show. And I'm like, oh, I guess it is a horny. And also the cast in their improv make it extra horny.
Right. You're like, well, I
is
wasn't
out of my control.
Yeah, that's not on me.
So I guess I'm just like, oh, is the perception really that this is a dirty show? Anyways, I love it. The cast was amazing.
I mean, the way that it ends, I guess people would be
the way that
it's sexy, but it's
it is
you're
the note we're leaving the audience.
Yeah. Let's just blame everybody else. They're sexualizing it. No, I thought it was fun. I'm like, this isn't the kids show. Like, there is another kids holiday show.
Yes.
This is the adult fun, but I didn't think it wasn't blue comedy. Like, I was not I thought it was so fun. It's also, for people who don't know, it is made up of improv and also archived, like previously written Second City sketches. And it's so fun to see which ones get chosen that you get to see again. Like, that's such a fun part of the holiday show.
Totally. When I was working, I had Carly Heffernan as my director in Torco, and she brought in just so many new sketches that I had never seen before. And I wanted to do that for these people, like, or not that they're all new, but just like, there is a tendency with directors to stick to their time on Second City.
Oh, like, interesting. Yeah.
Not everyone, obviously,
but they know those the best.
But
like, it
you
almost
do know them
naturally
the
makes
best.
sense.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. Those are the ones that are freshest in your mind that you know the best. So obviously you're gonna put stuff like that. But I definitely like learned from a lot working with other directors, like finding new sketches and stuff like that. Though it's really hard to watch those archive videos because sketch that's filmed is like never great.
I know, it doesn't hit the same unless it's like edited in a really punchy way or something, like, but it doesn't hit the same as having like that live energy in the room, you know? So
for sure.
As director of the holiday show or of any of these, like, how much say do you get in casting and also in like picking the sketches that get to be put on stage? Do you get full say? Do you get some?
So sketches, there are some rules, like they don't want you to use sketches that were on that stage within the last 2 years. So you do have like a timeline.
Yeah.
But within that, I don't think there were any other limits, like you can't use a sketch, or like the artistic director might be like, oh, well, you have 2 sketches like this already. Maybe, you know, like he'll give notes for sure.
Yeah.
Casting is a different thing depending on what show it is. So it's like they might have some people in mind that they want to give certain people an opportunity. This was just like such a different show because it was like a one-off show that was 2 months, but like I felt like it was a good balance of us both coming to the table with like, well, what do we want it to feel like? What do we want it to look like? And like what types of sketches are we looking to put in? So that kind of informs who we hire. But because it was like, it's a 2-month contract, it's like not a lot, like they have, I actually don't know. This is the truth. I think when it comes to, I think directors kind of all get creative input, but ultimately it's like a decision between the two and who Second City wants to give opportunities to.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's like unique to other projects, maybe. I could be wrong in this, but like because it is a Second City show, I guess like outside, I might assume, oh, well, the director picks everybody, obviously. But then because there are multiple casts going on with Tourco and Mainstage, like new Mainstage cast coming up and the holiday show and the kids show, there's like a lot of moving parts and all those shows have different directors. So it makes sense that then Second City or the casting department or artistic director would like have collaborative say to be like, oh no, that person can't, this director can't, like we can't have 3 directors choosing the same person. That person is going to be burnt out and exhausted. Like,
exactly.
There's too many sort of moving parts.
So, there's certainly like boundaries around it. And because it's like a short contract and like it's Mainstage, it's not like the kids show, like like one of the guidelines was like, you want to pick people that like have experience with Second City Archive who could like go like that, go up and run with it and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, totally. Just like jump into the moving machine essentially and be able
Exactly.
to like hit the ground. Yeah, totally.
Definitely.
Well, I thought it was so fun to think of you getting to direct your friend Anne Pornell.
I know. And it was.
And also like it's so fun to see her on a Second City stage again. Like I messaged her after. I was like, so good. Like she's just so fun to watch. And I also wanted to ask you, so you write for, well, not for Anne, but partly for Anne and for Alan on the Great Canadian Baking Show. This is so fucking cool that you get to write for this show. Like, holy crap. Do you ever get to taste any of the bakes? Does everyone ask you this?
I do. No, because no one asks me about bakes.
Oh my God, I've been so excited to ask you about it. Yeah, do you ever get to taste any of the bakes?
Yes. So what normally happens, I'm just trying to think. It depends on what they're baking, right? Because sometimes it's like they're making a small thing and so there wouldn't be necessarily like the judges and the hosts and the bakers get first dibs of everything. Yeah. And then kind of after the bake, they'll throw everything on a platter, like a table outside, and then you could just grab stuff. Oh. And you'll usually get like a little piece of a bunch of different things that you'll take home. So yes, it is quite lovely.
and so you get to take them home. So does Sharjeel also get to taste?
Sharjeel gets, if I don't finish them on the way home.
On the way home, yes.
It is a 45-minute drive.
Oh, that's enough time, yeah.
If it could survive that, then he's in good shape.
He gets to try some. Oh my God, that's okay. And that's nice to hear because something, talking about, I guess, waste, but like that's something I always think on Great Canadian Baking Show, or honestly any of these baking shows where they're like, now make 48 cookies. And then there's, you see the hosts usually share a cookie, or sorry, the judges like share a cookie and take a snap of it each. One host maybe gets to take a little sample. Yes. Maybe you see the baker's taste. So it's nice to see, or it's nice to hear that like, no, here
someone's
we go.
Eating them.
Yeah, someone's eating all this stuff. Every time I watch, I'm so hungry. I want it baked good so bad every time I watch.
You know what I have to say? This season was, I found, particularly mouthwatering. And Maple Week, I didn't even think I cared for maple syrup. And those bakes were really wonderful.
Oh, yum.
And I recently made I started getting into baking myself.
Surprise. I feel like, yeah.
But it actually, I don't even know if it has to do with the show. I think I got more bakeware and I'm like, well, I might as well use it.
Might as well, yeah.
I made a sticky toffee pudding and that was and it's like syrupy and datey. Oh,
yes. Before, when I was still eating gluten and or dairy, and I would go to a restaurant if they had sticky toffee pudding, I was like, yep. Or if they had creme brulee. So if they had both, I was very stressed.
So you won't have now. Like you're good. You're a good person.
Yeah, I won't. I know I won't have now. I honestly, that and sorting out my thyroid, I think really I hate being sick, and being given this freedom of like not getting sick so often is the motivation enough. And to be honest, like after a while, I don't really crave it anymore.
No, it's true.
Which I was like, when people said that before, I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Like, sure, I will crave chocolate till the day I die. And I don't. And you find alternatives and it's like.
But wait, why can't you have chocolate?
Because I used to like milk chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't do a dark chocolate.
I will now. And I used to be like, this tastes disgusting, but I guess. But now to be honest, I'm so lucky that I'm not eating gluten and dairy in 2025 because there are so many so many gluten-free alternatives that are amazing.
Right.
And so many like dairy-free alternatives. And then they have dairy-free dark, you still have to check if there's milk in it, but like dairy-free dark chocolate, there's so many options.
Yeah.
So
truly it is much easier to do. I really only struggle when I'm outside of the house and I'm like, I don't know what to eat.
That is,
eat a sandwich.
Yes. Yes. The gluten is so hard out of the house. When I go out to restaurants with friends, a lot of the time they're like, you choose the restaurant because, and that is tricky. In my house, I have no problem. Yeah. Outside, it's annoying.
Outside.
For sure. But like, boohoo. That's okay.
Boohoo.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
I'm sure I'm going to have to get off everything after this woman.
Because you're eating all
with
the bakes.
rods.
Oh, with the rods. The woman with the rods is absolutely.
I'm sure she's going to tell me you can't eat any.
She's going to tell you cannot taste the bakes anymore. No more bake tasting. Okay, I could truly ask you about Great Canadian Baking Show. Actually, there's so many things I could ask you about forever. But I want to be very mindful of your time. And so the last thing I want to do before I sort of ask you for a shout out is just in honor of a show that you did many moons ago called Roses and Thorns. And I know you did this with your friends. I just want to ask you what your rose and thorn was from today.
From today or from this this specific
Oh God, not during this conversation. Okay. This meeting. During our business meeting. No. Just today or even the week if you want. I know it's the afternoon.
Okay. So Amanda,
yes.
Today's a huge day. Okay, in the history of my life because I now have a dishwasher.
Oh, welcome. Oh,
we haven't run it yet, but I know it is going to change my life. I am not the same person I was yesterday.
You will never go back also. Like
I'll never go back.
No.
It's just wild. I'm learning who I am now. So,
what a rose.
So that is definitely my rose.
Yeah.
My thorn is like my fucking bathroom caulking always gets mold on it. So I have to like recaulk again. And I've already recaulked and I just don't want, it's gross.
It's a nightmare.
And I don't know how to, anyways. Okay. So that's my thorn.
I have to do the same thing and I'm dreading it because I don't fully understand how to do it. Well, now I might need to email you from Amanda Pereira and be like, how the fuck do I do this?
And look, you could take it off, but it's back. I took it off and it's back. So I don't know what I need to do, but I'll send you videos.
Yeah, let me know. Okay, perfect. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. And your bud. I didn't ask you about your bud.
Yeah, my bud is going to be running the dishwasher.
Oh. Of course, it's going to be running the dishwasher.
Will be running the dishwasher. Oh. And of course, what are they called? What did you call them? The rods.
Yeah. The electrical current rods. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear how that goes also. Like, I'm so curious.
We'll be in touch for weeks
so
after
many
this.
life updates. I would love that. Oh, wonderful. Okay, that's so nice. I've heard it called different things like what's your peak and what's your valley, what's your rose and what's your thorn. It's just it's a lovely reflective practice. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you for asking.
Absolutely. Okay, so in closing, I always ask my guests, well, this season I do. That feels like a lie. This season I'm asking my guests, what is a Canadian artist or a piece of Canadian media that you are really loving right now?
Okay. It's kind of a conglomerate of things, but I'm just like really vibing these Canadian women who are over in America right now and they're killing it.
Oh,
and so there's a few women.
Okay.
That we're going to show, or not just women. There are other folks in there as well. But okay, so we got Mae Martin, got a new show, Wayward.
So
they're
good.
killing it. We love it. Robbie Hoffman, just
rising to fame, killing it.
So funny. What a personality. Honestly, I just love her. We got Lisa Gilroy also killing it. We know big stuff is coming.
Absolutely. Dropout merch just for her. Go get it. Like, killer.
Oh, does it? Is there merch?
Literally a t-shirt that just says Lisa Gilroy with her face on it.
Does it?
Killing
oh my God.
Yes.
I'm not part of this whole Dropout TV thing, and I need to be.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Okay.
Veronica, I'm going to butcher her last name, Slawitowska. I don't think that's
Slowinski. I think
it's definitely not Slowinski.
No.
They say correctly on SNL.
Yes, they do.
And such a huge thing that she booked SNL.
Huge.
Like, that's pretty. It's been a long time since we've had
decades.
Yeah, I think it was like not Norm Macdonald was like the last one.
That's what I read. Yeah,
even though Bowen Yang also lived in Canada. Anyways, and who else? I feel like there's more. And I'm just like, wow, there's like these group of Canadian women, non-binary folks that are just killing it in America. Yeah. Oh, Steph Tolev also having an amazing moment. Yes. So I'm just really proud of all these people just doing so well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's fucking great. And it's really cool when then they get to come back here and do shows, because I just feel like the energy is so celebratory. Like,
yes,
because of what you're talking about, where we're just like, you fucking did it. We are behind you. Or not, you did it. It's not like a landing, but it's like, you're doing it. Great
you're
job.
doing
Yeah,
it.
You're doing
and you're doing it well, and you're doing it with such grace.
Such grace. Such grace and wisdom.
They're just all so lovable and amazing, and I'm good for them.
Oh, I love this shout out. Okay, well, I will link every single one of them in the episode description. And May, I can't remember when May has a show coming up in Toronto, but they do where they're like playing music. I can't remember what date it is. Steph Tolov is like here in December. So I'll list any shows that I can find that they're doing as well. So people can just go buy tickets.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Nadine. This was so nice chatting with you and like getting to know you a little more.
Yes, it was so lovely. You're so easy to talk to.
Oh my God, right back at you. And you got me having a smoothie, which I haven't had a smoothie in so long. There was a point where I sipped and it was just peanut butter and it like choked my throat and my eyes started watering and I was like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. So I'm going to go blend it a little bit more.
Okay, blend it some more, and I'm going to eat this garbage right now.
Oh, wow, you actually did a pretty good job.
I
really appreciate it.
It's thick.
And the meringue is good for you. The meringue.
The meringue.
The meringue.